That is awesome, dude. Look how red he is. That's real animal style right there.
Look at that.
That is a day maker, baby. Oh, look at that.
Real Animals, presented by Contender Boats.
Today I'm fishing beautiful Crystal River, Florida, getting the opportunity to stay at one of my very favorite places, the Plantation on Crystal River. Today I got the opportunity to fish with Captain Blake Shidler. You know, I've been to the Plantation many times. You know, they're a great partner of mine and it's such a great destination. I love to come here. It's just a short jump from Tampa, hour and a half or so, and you're up here into just incredible fishing, this beautiful place. And we've been up here and fished with Clay Shidler several times, but today getting to fish with Blake Shidler, I was really excited for this opportunity. You know, I fished with Ozzie Fisher and Nick Fisher down in Captiva, and this was a chance to get out there with Blake and kind of pick his brain. And it's always interesting to see the brother dynamic, the things they do different, the things they do the same, the way they attack certain scenarios differently. It's a lot of fun to watch and pay attention to. Hey gang, today I'm back in beautiful Crystal River, Florida, one of my very favorite destinations, the Plantation on Crystal River. Captain Blake Shidler is taking me fishing. What do you think, Blake? We got a beautiful day, a little bit of fog out, so hopefully the wind, that means the wind's down a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, man. You know, we're gonna make a little bit of a run, go looking for cobia, possibly catch quite a few gags, and gotta get bait first though.
Yeah, I gotta catch some live bait. Looks like a great day for it. Hopefully the good Lord's on our side and we're gonna light him up. The west coast of Florida is really spectacular, and one of my favorite times of the year here is springtime. You know, we don't have a traditional winter with 1.5 feet of snow, but we do get cold, and our fish are very, you know, they're cold water tolerant, but they really kind of like these seasonal changes. You know, when springtime rolls around, the bait rolls in, the thread fins here come up into the shallows, and that brings, again, cobia and grouper and all kinds of really interesting things happening here. The snook pour out of the backcountry, redfish come in from offshore, the trout come in from offshore. Spring fishing on the west coast of Florida is just about as good as it gets anywhere in the country, and the Plantation on Crystal River, in Crystal River, it's as good as it gets. So thread fins seem to be the trick up here, huh?
Yeah, everything loves them, man. I think it's mostly they're just a lot more active and a lot more frisky. Well, I just got eaten.
Yeah, you did. Catch him, dog. There might be a cobia.
Nope, that might be a grouper. Nope, that's a grouper.
It's a nice grouper too. Wow. That's cool.
Oh, there's the cobia.
Sure.
Cobia's right on top of him.
Of course, I got no bait to put in the water.
I'll keep him in the water. He'll sit there and chase that grouper around.
Is that what he's gonna do?
Oh yeah, he's right on him. Oh, there's 2 of them. Oh, that other one, that other backfish. That's a good one right there, man.
Dude, what is he doing? Is he trying to eat the grouper?
No, they'll just sit there and swim around him and hang out with them. But you know, just pulled up, what was that, 5? I just threw the bait in there, not hit the water, and boom.
Dude, you only let it go down a couple of feet.
Yeah, shoot, that's still it's pretty short. It's a little short fish, but you know, still a hard fight, and that was immediately.
That's what, a 20-incher?
Yeah, probably 20 inches or so, but 2 big old cobia chasing right after him, so.
You know, this part of the west coast of Florida has just incredible rock bottom. There's rock piles everywhere, you know, sometimes in 3-4 foot of water, and they'll take your lower unit off if you're not paying attention. But you know, this is a really shallow stretch. You know, you can get out 8, 9, 10 miles and still only be in 15, 20 feet of water, but these rocks are sometimes huge, 5, 6, 7 feet off the bottom. There's a lot of holes, limestone areas, and it is just the perfect estuary for gag grouper, reef fish in general, you know, the cobia, that they like the rock piles, things like that. It's a perfect area for, you know, again, big gag grouper, cobia, It's a great estuary, it really is. And it's a fun estuary to fish. The only thing I always warn people, if you're gonna come up here, hire a guide until you learn your way around and really know these waters, because it will bite you.
Real Animals is brought to you by Quantum Fishing Reels, Aqua Traction, Strike King, Rolls Axle Trailers, Bull Bay Rods, combined with Tango-free guides.
You know, I can't help but be really impressed. Captain Blake Shidler is 23 years old, and I'm not sure that I know another captain anywhere that's quite as well-versed both inshore and offshore as Blake is. He's a very confident kid, but it doesn't come across as cocky or overconfident. He's just really, really sure of his abilities. He knows these waters really, really well. He's been fishing here, you know, done some commercial fishing and fishing here since he was a little kid, grew up on these waters. And it's always refreshing to get with somebody with all that local knowledge, and they really understand how to fish each individual piece and get the most out of those pieces, depending on what the tide's doing, what the weather's doing, what the water temp is. It's really, really neat to see a kid this talented, this young.
I got one.
Yes, you do. Oh, nice cobia too, nice cobia. Atta boy.
There we go.
Dude, it's crazy, bro. There he is.
Oh, did he get it?
He got it.
Oh, there's no. Oh, look, there's another one just joined too. Now we got.
There might be some cobia in this part of the state right now.
You got yours?
Yep, we got him.
No. Oh, I got him.
Dude, this place is incredible.
Where's that landing net you said you had?
It's up in the bow.
All right. Oh, perfect.
They're so nosy, they come right to the boat.
Oh yeah. I mean, literally pulled up. I said, I think we just smarts fish, and looked behind the boat, and there's two of them swimming around. Oh wow, that's a really nice fish right there.
One I got on is not bad. The other one's a nice one. It's like, hey, where you going? What you doing?
Here, I got my fish, and I can net yours if you bring him over here, and mine's just hanging out.
This one's going to be a little green when you net him. That's my guess. Don't tire yourself out. It's really one of the best case scenarios.
Oh,
boy.
there we go.
That's why you have the big boy net.
Yep. And then
if you bring a green cobia like this into the boat, it will tear up some boat, boy. Perfect. Atta boy. Oh, put your hand. Hand there. Trying to get that hook to come out that way.
There we go.
Atta boy.
How big is he?
36 to the fork.
Ooh, want to keep him for dinner, and we'll have some nice cobia steaks at the plantation?
Works for me.
Hold on, let me get in a better position. Oh, there's another one chasing mine too.
I know it. We're covered in them.
Oh, come here, buddy. There we go.
Nice.
Woo! Definitely some good chunky fish, you know.
Yeah, no doubt.
And there's more there, so you know I'll release mine. We can keep yours for dinner, and then we'll get back to it.
I like it. Blake and I were both a little surprised, you know, and in talking with him in the days leading up to this and at dinner last night, you know, grouper was almost the sure thing. And again, you know, the annual migration usually happens end of April, first part of May for these big cobia push they get here. And we weren't really sure that they were here thick yet. So we thought we'd probably see a cobia today, but you know, we were for sure the grouper bite would be good. And you know, lo and behold, first spot, the cobia just go crazy.
Oh, look at him. He is trying to get that bait out of that fish I have's mouth.
All right, well, let's see if we can tease him with one of these. Where'd he go?
He's right here. Oh, look at that. There he goes. He sees it now. Oh, that right there is just awesome.
You get to watch him eat. Hey,
oh, yeah.
Hey, come on. That's awesome right there, dude. Oh God, yeah. That's a good one too. Oh yeah. Bitter party one.
I'm gonna see if I should be able to get mine in by myself since he's pretty tired out. Then I'll come over there.
Yeah, this is a good one here, dude. Bitter party one. Table is ready. God, I can't believe how many cobia you guys have here. It's so cool. Oh yeah, look at that, dude. Cobia coming out of the water, getting crazy.
Oh, come on, there we go. I got mine in the basket. Another, probably definitely another keeper fish here, but.
Oh, this one too, for sure.
There we go, right into the net. Woo!
Nice job, Blake Shidler.
Thank you, sir.
Huh?
Yeah. Just released that double, threw out there, what'd it take, 5 more minutes, and hooked one, and then another one showed up with
double.
him?
Double trouble on the cobia this morning, Crystal River, baby. How good is that, huh?
Real Animals is brought to you by Ray Marine, South Seas Island Resort, Gator Gems Tackle, closed captioning provided by Gator Ford.
You know, this whole area here, you know, Homosassa, Crystal River, you know, actually almost around to Cedar Key, is just really covered in these rock piles. And, you know, any really good captain, you know, what they do is they drive around with their bottom machine on and they watch for these rocks, because you'll drive across them, you won't know they're there. You just hit a mark on your machine and set a mark, and a lot of times guys will just turn around and come back and fish them. And that's how they find all these incredible areas to fish. Well, you got to get them quick. You know, if you get a big gag on that close to one of those rocks, you better get him out of there quick.
I know, he's not acting like a gag. Oh, a little cobia.
It is a He's cool. And they just have no quit in them. I just have mad respect for them because they just won't give up. How cool they are though, huh? You know, it's really interesting, you know, the white stripes on a cobia are kind of like the marbling on a grouper. You know, some grouper are just absolutely gorgeous, and cobia are the same. You know, no two fish are identical. And you know, you pull a couple out and maybe their white lines aren't quite as defined, and we caught a really, really beautiful one today. The lines were just gorgeous on it. It had great brown color to it, and just a beautiful fish to see in the water. You know, just a great sight to see an area like this with such a strong migration of great game fish.
Seems to be now we just can't get away from the cobia.
Well, you know what's cool about those fish is that they put up a good fight. So it's not like, you know, catching little trout. You get one of those fish on, even a fish that's not that big like that one, it's a good fight.
Oh yeah.
You know, they bend the rod, take some drag, and get it rolling. It's pretty cool.
What do we got here?
I don't know. We got something. He's coming off. He's coming to me, whatever it is. Probably a little gag, I would think. Yep. Little grouper. Nice. That's pretty cool, dude. They pound that bait. God, they pound it. So cool. Look how pretty that fish is, man. All that marble in that color. That beautiful fish. Got a circle hook right in the corner of the mouth.
Real Animals Tip of the Week is brought to you by Cleanse Oil, America's original cleaner, lubricant, and protectant.
Hey gang, this week's tip of the week, I want to introduce you to my good friends at Maui Jim Sunglasses. You know, Maui Jim Sunglasses were born on the beaches of Maui, not only to look great, but to protect your eyes from harmful UV rays. something that we don't always take into consideration when we're out spending a day on the water, either just boating or getting in some fishing. All right, you need 3 things when you're sight fishing for fish. You need color, you need detail, and you need contrast. And nobody in the business does polarized lenses like Maui Jim sunglasses, okay? You gotta have those things if you really wanna pick up your target really well, whether you're offshore, inshore, fishing shallow, over sand bottom, over dark bottom, over grassy bottom. You gotta have a pair of lenses that give you that contrast and that detail. And nobody does it better than Maui Jim sunglasses. They use polarized +2 technology to separate themselves from every other sunglass I've ever tried on the planet. If you want to change your game, you want to see more fish, see more detail, see more color in the water, check out the great line of frames and fishing sunglasses from Maui Jim sunglasses at a retailer near you. I promise you won't be disappointed, and it will up your sight fishing game.
Real Animals is brought to you by Maui Jim, Plantation on Crystal River, Pro Marine, Engel Coolers, Power Pole, CCA Florida and CCA Florida Star Tournament. This week's Tackle Box is brought to you by Mirror Lure. Turn on the bite.
In this week's Real Animals adventure, Captain Blake Shidler and I are using some pretty heavy tackle. When I was on the phone with Blake this week preparing for this trip, he said, bring your heavy stuff. We're gonna go gag grouper fishing and big cobia fishing on the rock piles, and that's what we brought today. This is the assault rod, we call it the tarpon rod. This is the tarpon series. This is a 30 to 50 pound, extra heavy, lots of backbone, fast action tip. Great rod, obviously, for tarpon, for big cobia, for amberjack offshore, things like that. Big grouper in shallow water like we're targeting today. We're using the Cabo 80 here, 50 pound braided line, 80 to 100 on the fluorocarbon leader because the rock piles are so jagged, such heavy structure, things like that. We're using a 6/0 Mutu Light circle hook here. We're using live thread fins and live pinfish for bait. We actually broke into these, which are a little bit lighter, but just trying to kind of see what we could do on the 20 pound Real Animals Signature Series by Bull Bay here. We're using 30 pound braided line. Again, kind of a heavy leader in the 50, 60, 80 pound class. I recommend bigger tackle for grouper in shallow water like that, but we just happen to have these on the boat, so these managed to get the job done. If you like light tackle fishing for grouper and cobia and things like that, that's the perfect setup. If you want the get her done, the assault rod by Bull Bay with the Quantum Cabo 80, perfect setup. This is all the gear we use today to catch our fish. If you want to catch them, get you some of these, get on the water and catch you some fish. We got kind of a great break today because, normally the weatherman's not always that accurate, but today he was pretty much spot on. We first got out there into the Gulf. It was a little breezy, probably blowing 8 to 12 or 13 out, little chop on the water. Not totally uncomfortable, but it was a breeze. And just like they were calling for, by the middle of the day, things laid out really nice, and it turned into just a perfect day to be on the water. Shark.
That's gag.
Huh?
Pretty sure I don't think it's gag, is it? No, it's shark. No, it's cobia.
It is a gag. It's a gag. It's a shark. No, it's cobia. Welcome to our day.
I thought it was a nice gag for a second.
Not
I was so
bad
excited.
Not a bad thing, dude.
Well,
Cobia.
it's another cobia. And all the sharks are sitting there.
Cobia crazy today. Wow.
Whew.
Oh boy. Nothing wrong with that. The whole thought process was, gag grouper would be the sure thing, and the cobia bite from pile to pile to pile was so good. At one point, we weren't sure we were going to catch any more gag grouper, which would be really unusual, with this bottom up here and the grouper fishery being so strong, the baits we had, everything was set up perfect for at least the gags to make a showing, and lo and behold, they did, but we didn't know if it was going to happen.
Oh my God, did you see that fish?
Dude, you got...
Did you see that thing just eat it right there too?
Oh my God, did you get rocked? I was paying attention to you and then I got rocked. That one's a stud, bro.
Oh gosh.
Get him, Blake.
Come on,
Come on, kid, get him.
Come on.
Yeah, baby. Hang them high. Oh, look at the size of that.
Good Lord.
That one's a dandy too. Look at
Man,
that.
I mean, we were sitting there looking, and that fish ate it right there 5 feet below the boat.
Wow, that one wanted that. You think that gag wanted that thing?
Oh man, I think he wanted it more than anything in this world.
Woo! That is why they come to fish with this guy right here. That is an incredible day, my
Dude,
friend.
that is.
Unbelievable. Cobia, big gag grouper, non-stop action all day long. Crystal River, Florida, the plantation. Ask for this cat, Captain Blake. Get silly, silly. Nice job, Bubba.
Thank you, sir.
Woo, what a day. Woo, that's the way you cap off a day right there. Unbelievable. Blake, you are a sicko. You know, some of these grouper we caught today, you know, here in early May were just spectacular. I mean, 10, 15 pound fish just railroading our baits. Absolutely as much fun as you can have. It ought to be illegal. It really should be. But it was just a blast out there. When that grouper bite finally turned on, tide got right, things started to set up for those grouper where they were happy. It was as good a time as you can have.